Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Origins, and we are in Orzammar. Thank you, Barkspawn. We're in Orzammar, and it appears that they're having some trouble figuring out who's going to be their new king. And this is only relevant to my mission in that apparently only the king can actually like help me with what I need, which is people to help with fighting the blight. And apparently only the king can agree to send people or something, or maybe it's just that everyone is too distracted to bother with me. But this is a problem. This is a problem that we're likely going to have to fix. So here we go. Here's a guy with a name. Let's see if we can talk to him.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother.
Aren't we all?
Doesn't like me spending time in taverns.
Well, yeah,
you
fair
understand
enough.
what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, things are hardly equal on the surface.
But there are those like you who see this with concern, no?
I guess.
Well, I've taken the
Sure.
time to actually talk to the other castes. You
Okay.
know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
Okay. How does the caste system work anyway? Because, I mean, Ariadne probably doesn't know. Like, she's just like, casteless? What are you talking about? Who's casteless? What is a caste? And why do you not have one?
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. So you get to vote on the next king?
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're
Fair.
not fond of my views on equality.
So who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving.
Really?
Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
That's interesting coming from you.
As you wish.
Because of the two, Balin is actually more interested in like in like taking out the caste system and making actual changes to how dwarven society operates. So for someone who's really invested in equality, Lord Helmy should probably be more interested in what Balin has to say. Just because, yeah, he's subtle as sin, but he's also way more interested in actually making changes to the system than Harrowmont is. Harrowmont is just fine with the way things are, pretty much. So that's really interesting. Let's go to probably the Diamond Quarter, which I believe is this way. Yes, the Diamond Quarter is this way. Because we should probably visit the Shaperate. Everyone keeps telling me I should go to the Shaperate, so I should probably do that. Is there anything up here? Sure is. Council Writ. More on dwarven propriety. Okay. A noble. Can I talk to this guy?
Ancestors guide your steps, Warden.
Okay, they just want to be nice to me. Adal Helmy.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
Haha. Oh, Liliana.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
That's very true. Ooh, here's some stuff, something to loot over here.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
Maybe, but maybe not. We'll see. Lady Dace, we might be talking to her a little later. Narav. Oh, we already spoke to you, didn't we?
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Right, she's the pro-Harrowmont lady.
The Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
Okay. That's the royal palace where Balin is. Harrowmont is back there at his estate. We do need to talk to each of those guys' representatives.
Is it true there's civil war on the surface, too?
Yeah.
We simply must reopen the gates. I cannot live without my fresh plum jam from the surface.
I see. I see. There's the Chamber of the Assembly. You know what? Maybe we should just do that now. We should probably address the Assembly right now. Let's do that. That's really our first stop, because these are really the guys that are in charge. And gals. There's some gals too. You do not have to be a man to be on the Assembly. That's one thing about Dwarven culture anyway. You have to be a noble, but you do not have to be a man.
Warden,
Vartag.
welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin.
Oh, it's you.
What news do you bring?
I need aid against a blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now, the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king.
Uh-huh.
And we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, battling the blight is more important than your politics.
No one wishes this fight over more than Balin.
I bet.
But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new blight.
Oh, jeez. There is a blight happening, I swear it.
I believe you. But what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne.
Oh, jeez.
We would defeat the blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant.
Yeah. And if you don't fight, your homeland gets destroyed.
Perhaps you could prove to Prince Balin your intentions are just. If you show you owe Harrowmont no fealty, I'm sure Balin would help you.
Oh, jeez.
Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Uh-huh. Oh, jeez. What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where do you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
I'll have to think about this.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time.
Yeah.
I will be here if you change your mind.
Okay, so a prince's favor, the first task. Awesome. So, yeah, this is the part where we basically have to decide, because we cannot help both of them out. We have to pick one and back him pretty much to the hilt. Because if we try to deal with both of them, they're both going to be like, no, you're also treating with my enemy. I can't have that. So basically, I have to decide who to back and then help him gain the throne in order to make this happen. In order to get help for the
The
blight.
assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
All right, let's see what's going on in here.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Oh,
Dashers,
jeez.
lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Well, that didn't go too well, did it?
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the Gate Guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
A blight is coming.
Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else.
So who has the authority to aid me?
Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
So yeah, there's nothing they can do. Sorry. My cat is being really ornery today. And there's Dulin.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Yeah, I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Stop playing games. This treaty compels you to help.
You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later.
So you would make the whole world wait.
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Dashers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
You'd be nervous if someone was out to... I mean, yeah, he is nervous because someone is out to get him.
I suppose not everyone can face death as undaunted as an Antivan. It's true.
Then you agree to fight in Harrowmont's name. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him.
I mean,
in that
no,
way.
I don't necessarily.
Paramount would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking
I'm
sides.
afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
Oh, Lord. So, we have these. I am pretty sure that I can only do one of them, if I recall. I don't know. I've never really tried to do both at the same time. I usually just pick one and go for it. Here's the Shaperate, though. I think we should go in here while I make my decision. I have to try to decide who Ariadne thinks she should throw her lot behind.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
What?
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being casteless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere.
In Dusttown.
As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay. Here's a book. A book. New codex. And here's Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume?
Not necessarily.
Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in deep roads.
Well, I'm a Grey Warden, and I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden?
Yeah.
Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens.
Yeah.
I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
Yeah, I'm sure. We'll find something. I'm sure we will. What else have we got over here? Another book. Lots of books. On the deep roads. Sweet. Here's another book. There's a bunch of codex in here. I'm gonna have to do a codex episode very soon.
As you wish.
In fact, I might just do it like the next episode. Just go through a bunch of codex entries since I'm here in the middle of the Shaperate. Because, boy, there's a lot of books. Ooh, a locked chest. Liliana. Nice. The search for the true prophet. This tattered tome explores the possibility that Andraste was a powerful mage and not the Maker's chosen. It seems this book was saved from a fire at some point. Yeah, what a surprise. Nice. But yeah, I think maybe next episode, because there's a lot of codex entries to go through. And it's probably a good point to do it before I sort of make my decision as to who I will actually support for the throne of Orzammar. Let's talk to the Shaper, since he has a quest marker.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Shaper of Memories?
The Shaperate guards Orzamar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Taigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
What harm would it do to let him preach? I mean, after all, if your ancestors are so powerful, no one will listen to the guy, will they?
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzamar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Yeah, tell me of some of Orzamar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's Taig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
What's a Taig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Okay, where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
I'm sure they haven't. Enough history. Let's talk basic Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
And that's what Branka was?
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where's Branka now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago, seeking out secrets of the ancient
Right.
smiths. She never returned.
Okay, how did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
What about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born.
Jeez.
Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
It seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist.
Of course they don't.
Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Let's go back to my first question.
Please, speak your mind.
Let's
Your
leave.
presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Well, it probably means you're going to get a new king pretty soon. So, we can go talk to Brother Burkle and tell him that he is going to get his chantry, or at least his prayer meeting. So we could probably do that. Is there anything else over here? No? Okay, let's do that. And then we'll,
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most
king?
likely to pay respects to the rightful king.
Voted on everything, or something like that.
they vote for their king. Alistair, you come from a land that also votes for its king. What the heck kind of question is that?
Lord Balin promises radical changes that will offend the ancient paragons. Have our traditions no value?
Like, Alistair literally comes from a country where that exact thing happens. Like, the Landsmeet is the one who determines who the king of Ferelden is. I really don't know why he's confused about this. Is there some more nugs around here somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Probably just in Dust Town. But here's Brother Burkle.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you hold prayer meetings.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend.
Sure,
I
anytime.
already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters.
Nice.
Please, come to our first service.
I'll probably not do that, but sure. Okay, cool. Sweet. Do it. Go for it. All right. Nice. Okay, well, we're about out of time, so we'll leave it here. Get your face out of my chest. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.